Hi, Kate Butler Ross here, copy and content coach, and I'm here to talk about the number one money making strategy in online business, your content, because I want you to stop winging it and start working it so you can start attracting more soulmate customers and making more monthly income in your heart-led, purpose-driven small business. So today I want to talk to you about content goals because they are very important. If you're like any other small business owner I know, you're trying your darndest to show up in your content as much as possible. You're pinballing between your social media platforms, you're sending out emails whenever you can, you're writing the odd blog post, but are you actually making sure that your content is feeding into your business goals and growing your business in the way that you want it to grow? That is where content goals come in. They can make sure that you're touching all the topics that you need to be touching every week, every month, every year to meet your business goals. So I'm going to share with you 9 of my favorite content goals that you can steal today and plug into your content plan. It will give you lots of ideas for content, A, and B, it will make sure that you are being really strategic with your content creation as well. So let's dive in. So the number one content goal that you can start with is to demonstrate your expertise. Show them that you can actually do what you say you do, and use your skills to help them. So you can do that through some kind of tutorial video, for example. Number 2 is to solve a problem for your ideal customer, because when you give them little wins, it makes them think, oh my goodness, if she can help me with this, if she can give me this little win now, how could she help me if I actually invested into one of her paid programs or services? So a really great way to solve one of their problems is through some kind of how-to blog post, or even a how-to email. Number 3, you want to be strengthening your relationship with your existing audience on a regular basis. A really important way of doing this is by showing up face-to-face on lives regularly with your audience, seeing them, speaking to them, engaging with their comments. It's a really powerful thing and a really important part of anyone's content strategy. Number 4, growing your list. We all know that we shouldn't just be growing our audience on social media. We should be funneling them into an email list, because that is something we own. So a really great way of doing that is creating some really fantastic, juicy core lead magnets, which are going to attract people from the hello on social media to your email list, which is a really important thing to do, because that is where you can really sell to them much more effectively from your email list. Number 5 is building your know, like, and trust factor. People don't buy from kind of faceless businesses. People buy from people. So showing up as a 360-degree 3D human is really important. Now, a great way to make them feel like they know you, that they like you and they trust you, is giving them lots of little glimpses behind the scenes. So you can do this obviously through storytelling, through everyday moment storytelling. It's a really powerful trick and tool. You should be using it as much as you can. You can also do this through kind of behind the scenes posts, photographs, little snippets in things like Instagram stories and Facebook stories as well. So next is to talk about overcoming objections. There is always some kind of barrier to sale. There's something in the back of your ideal customer's mind which is stopping them from putting their hand in their pocket and actually investing in your product or service. And you've got to figure out what those objections are. And if you start dealing with them in your content on a regular basis, you are starting to remove that barrier to sale. So whenever you're ready to put an offer out there, those hurdles have been overcome in their mind. So a really great ways of doing this, of course, are by presenting kind of solid facts, figures, statistics about the results, benefits of your products or service, but also testimonials, so social proof of people who it's worked for, people who perhaps had the same objections, problems, or things holding them back as your ideal customer, is going to really help your ideal customer overcome those objections and be more ready to take you up on any offers that you're putting out there. Number 7 is to, of course, talk about the benefits. I hope you all realize that you shouldn't be just talking about the features of your product or service. You should be talking about the benefits, because people don't buy the features, they buy the transformation. So for example, people aren't buying the gym membership and the 10 weekly spin classes they can go to. They are buying the bikini body at the end of it. They're buying the confidence on the beach at the end of it. So talking about the benefits of your product or service regularly in your content is a really powerful thing. A really great way of doing this obviously is case studies, but also remember that often with kind of solopreneurs, we are our own first case studies. So telling your story, talking about your transformation, talking about the benefits that you've experienced from your product or service is a really great way to talk about the benefits of what you do in your business and help them to get to know you as well and your story as well at the same time. Number 8, growing your audience. We want to be growing our audience as much as possible. So there are lots of ways that you can do this. You can grow your audience through things like challenges. They're really, really effective if you want to grow your audience before you're about to launch something. You can do it through guest experts, which is going to encourage your guest experts audience to have eyeballs on your brand and your business or whatever platform they're showing up in. So but also collaborations, you going into other people's businesses, do guest posting, podcast interviews, anything that's going to get you more visibility, more eyeballs on your brand or business is going to be really, really helpful. Finally, number 9 is to find out more about your audience. Now, this is such an important content goal, because the things that you find out about your audience become gold dust in your content, your copy, and your marketing. So regularly be engaging and connecting and asking questions of your audience. Find out what their pain points are, what their evergreen problems are, what are their desires, what's the transformations that they're dreaming of. And you want to be finding out what they are in their own words, because when you hear how they talk about their problems, their pain points, their desires in their own words, you are able to take those words, feed them back into your copy and content. And when your reader reads, the exact words that they're using to describe their problem, the situation, the stories that they're telling, when they are reading them reflected back in them in your copy and your content, they will feel like you are speaking just to them, and therefore you are the person, you are the business, you are the brand with the right product or service that's going to help them achieve the transformation that they're after in their life. So you can do this in lots of ways. You can do it by asking questions in your emails, asking questions of your list. You can do it by running surveys, doing questionnaires, by actually hopping on the phone regularly, doing regular calls with your customers and clients and speaking to them properly and having a proper chat with them. It's so powerful. You should be doing this regularly and encouraging it as much as you can. So those are my 9 top content goals. I hope you're going to go away and use them. I'll just recap them really quickly. 1, demonstrate your expertise. 2, strengthen your relationship. 3, solve a problem. 4, grow your list. 5, your know, like, and trust factor. 6, overcoming objections. 7, talking about the benefits of your product or service. 8, growing your audience, and number 9, finding out more about your audience. I hope you enjoyed those, and I hope you're going to go away and use them. I will see you again soon.